Welcome. I hope you enjoy the conversation you're about to hear between me and another comedian regarding comedy and religion. These are conversations I'm calling disorganized religion. God bless, and for those atheists out there, may nothing await you after this life.
Thank you.
All right, you ready to get started?
Ready.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We're back with another episode of Disorganized Religion. And today's guest, you are all so blessed, so lucky, so fortunate. He has an Amazon special up right now, right? Still
That's
going,
right.
Still going strong.
They haven't taken it down.
My special family special. It's hilarious. You need to check it out. Mark Sipka, everybody.
Thank you, man.
Mark Sipka.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
joining me.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you for letting me into your home.
Of course. Welcome.
So, this podcast, we talk to comedians about their beginnings and experiences in comedy, and then we'll get into your thoughts on religion, spirituality, if you have any.
I have thoughts.
Some of our friends don't have any. They don't care.
And then the podcast just ends.
Yeah. Well, with Mike, I had to, force him into the discussion. He didn't even...
With Perkins?
Yeah. He tried to dodge it.
Oh, yeah,
It's fun.
good luck.
It's fun. So, what got you started in stand-up?
For me with stand-up, I think what got me started was when I was in college.
Yeah.
I really dove into the comedy world, and there was just stages at my school.
Where were you at college?
Anderson University.
Huh.
It's this small school in Anderson, Indiana.
Oh,
Northern
okay.
Indiana.
Yeah.
And I went there, and there was just resources. Like, there was a beautiful auditorium. There was
Yeah.
coffee shop at the stage. There were
Jeez.
just shows that were there.
Yeah.
And there was opportunities. So I was the host of this show called Encore.
Oh, okay.
It's a live music show that took place a few times every year, and they needed a host. And so
Yeah.
a host would come out, introduce different acts,
Yeah.
do different bits, and for me, I was like, oh, I could do something on here. So I would perform with the band. I would do different impressions.
Oh.
But then I would do different characters and things like that. And eventually, I started doing stand-up there in between.
Gotcha.
And then doing stand-up and open mic nights in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. Very fun. So, you have a great musical voice that you incorporate fantastically into your act. So, is that where it started, or had you done musical theater before?
Man, I took one voice lesson in college.
That's it?
But I don't.
I hate
never
you
call
already.
myself
I
a
hate
singer,
you already.
But
Yeah.
I'm not confident as a singer.
Really?
And I know it sounds weird, but I only feel comfortable if I'm actually doing an impression of somebody.
Oh,
singing.
I understand it. Yeah.
So I took piano lessons. That was my musical background when I was a kid. But in terms of singing, I would really only be able to copy somebody if I heard the song. So
Yeah.
Louis
So that's
Armstrong,
why.
What a
Yeah.
Wonderful World,
Yeah.
but I could never do it as me.
Gotcha.
At least in my mind, I can't.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
being
Interesting.
able to read that music and hold those notes, I don't know how. And I know I'm
Yeah.
not breathing right because when I did
You're
an
winded?
AC/DC performance,
Yes.
I was about to pass out after one song. There was veins popping out of my face.
No kidding.
I just don't. I don't have the singer's
Yeah.
talents at all.
You seem very composed on the YouTube channel. The clips that you put up of your AC/DC covers,
thanks.
very.
Well,
You
I
can't
love
tell
those
that.
guys.
Yeah. Well, they're great.
Yeah. I don't know how they do more than one song. And I don't know how any of them can hear or
Right.
talk or see or do anything. But
Right.
those guys are 60 and 70 years old,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
run around like little kids.
And they're still doing it, right?
They're
They're
still
still
doing it.
out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of AC/DC, I've got the cup
It's my favorite band.
right here. Right here.
There's just nobody like them.
There's really not anymore, which is too bad. Which is too
know.
bad. So, okay, so that's where you got started. Was it? And had you been interested in stand up before then, or?
Never stand up. I really thought that was not for me because
Interesting.
I got into improv when I was in high school. I had a great high school drama teacher, Mrs. Campbell, and she taught us and played with us all these different games, and that got me really into live comedy, things like that, doing plays.
Right.
But when I got to college, I was doing more improv. And then I started a sketch group called Business Casual. And
Beautiful.
We would create videos and do live sketches and put on these shows. But for me, it was always character work, characters and impressions.
Right.
And so the thought of doing stand-up as myself
Yeah.
was like, oh, no, that would never work. Like, I've got to do a voice. I've got to be a character in order for it to be entertaining. And so when I did stand up at first, and I still do it, but I actually felt more comfortable writing routines as another character.
Gotcha.
So I would go up as Glenn Sheffield, this old man.
Right.
I would do stand up as Cliff Cobblestone, this like nervous marriage counselor who's never actually gone on a date.
Yeah.
And that was easier for me.
Interesting. To distance yourself a little bit.
And doing stand up as other people.
Sure.
I would go up as me.
Yeah.
But that was sort of my least favorite thing to do.
Interesting.
And so it wasn't until recent years that I got comfortable performing as me.
Interesting.
But I still love doing live characters.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Pretty much just doing a routine as them and interacting with the audience.
Well, it's so fun. It's so
much fun.
Yeah.
And it's a new challenge to be like,
right.
All right, I've written for this guy.
Yeah.
Let's mix it up. Let's do something else. Let's change the voice. I don't know.
So why for you was it so difficult to do stand-up as Mark Sipka?
I think, to me, I don't know if I'm interested in what a 20-something college kid has to say.
Okay.
And I thought, honestly, like, my perspective wasn't going to be interesting. So
if I pretend to be someone totally different.
And there's no stakes.
Like, sure.
This is not real. I have a wig on and
that's not me.
I'm an old man, and
sure.
And I still think there is something to that when I get up there and sometimes I say, I wish I had the confidence of my Freddie Falcone character.
Oh, right.
With a New York accent.
Yeah.
And
the leather jacket, right?
And tries to swoon the ladies.
Yeah.
I wish Mark Sipka had that kind of confidence.
Yeah.
But I think it wasn't until a few years ago when I was hosting my own show.
Yeah.
And I usually would just come out and introduce the acts. I would do impressions, do characters, goofy song, but I wasn't doing stand-up. And one night my parents were out here visiting, and they were in the audience.
Sure.
And I just decided to tell some jokes and stories about them.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes later, everybody's laughing.
No kidding.
And somebody came up to me afterwards, and
it's
they were
like, you want to do an
Mark,
Amazon special?
You want to do an Amazon special? You got yourself a hit. But they came up and they were like, dude, I could listen to you do stand-up about your parents all night. And I was like, oh, I just did
maybe I could do that. Interesting. No kidding.
And so I sort of came back to loving it and embracing that. All right, I do have some stories to tell.
Yeah.
I can still incorporate my characters in these voices.
Right.
But they don't have to be all in separate worlds now.
Right.
So that's
interesting.
Part of the journey is still doing all those things I love, but also going, hey, you know what? Like you're funny on your own too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now the first time I saw you, and I don't know if you have any recollection of this, but it was at the Dave McNary audition for the Ice House shows that he does.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were doing stand-up as you.
That's right.
But you were in almost a tuxedo. Yeah. You were in a little suit.
I was wearing a full suit.
Best dressed there. But the thing is, you totally filled it. I mean, when I first started, I was doing the button-up and the slacks, and I was not good enough. For that uniform. Yeah.
See, sometimes I get self-conscious and I go, oh, am I wearing the suit because I don't think I'm good
trying
enough?
to make up for.
I have to wear this.
Interesting.
This guy wasn't that funny, but he tied a tie.
No, you filled it up.
Thanks.
You did well. It was and I remember at that moment I saw you perform, head and shoulders above. At least my perception was above everybody else who auditioned, because you had such a unique perspective. And for me, I worked clean. And you were also, it felt very purposefully clean in your act. Yeah. And I really respected that and thought, oh, he can do it. Maybe I can figure out a way to do this.
Weird after all.
I mean, we might be.
I mean,
but
the thing is, I appreciate is you got clean, but when I'm watching, my goal, I don't know if for you, my goal is never for anybody to come away from my shows and being like, squeaky clean. This guy's funny.
Yeah. And then afterthought, and he was also clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to go to a show just because it's clean. I'm going to go because it's funny.
Yeah.
But with yours, your stuff has an edge to it too.
Yeah.
Which I don't think a lot of clean comedians even approach.
Oh, sure.
So you have a fun angle.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I get very dark.
But that's what's
very
so cool
dark.
is you go,
yeah.
Oh, this guy's dark, but not dirty.
Right.
Which is really fun.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's original.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
So how do you go about writing for your characters? And then how does that process change when you think, no, I'm going to do this for me?
So for characters, there are times where certain shows will request that I come and do a character, or like if I'm trying to write new stuff for a character, I sort of go through and I say, okay, what I like about each of these characters, there are clear-cut boundaries.
Oh, okay.
And I think
sure.
that helps me. Like my Tad character, he has one layer.
Yeah.
That's that he thinks Wizard of Oz is the greatest movie of all time.
Hilarious. Right.
All other movies are garbage.
Right.
So with Tad, what's fun is I go, all right, I need to become even more of an expert on this movie, Wizard of Oz. To be honest, I haven't seen the movie in probably over a decade.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
But Tad has.
Yeah,
right.
I do my research and I go, all right, let's step into this guy's world.
Yeah.
And so I will spout off all these Wizard of Oz facts.
Sure.
That I know. And sort of plead my case for
the
first half of my routine.
Yeah.
That stuff is mostly scripted.
Yeah.
And then what I like to do is then I go, all right, now it's time to open up the floor.
Right.
And go, all right, this is not a safe space. Everybody go ahead and suggest to me a movie that you think is better.
And it won't be.
Tad, he's almost like a confident nerd lawyer.
Yeah.
And he also is the judge.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're wrong.
Yep.
Anything you throw out is going to be trash. But what's fun about him is I like doing him because it's stand-up and it's my improv love.
Yeah.
And it's that sketch character love.
Right.
So with a lot of them, I like to open up the floor for questions, suggestions. Like Freddie Falcone is semi-professional bowler. He's a total loser.
Sure.
For love.
Yeah.
And he sort of pleads his case of why women should date him. And then at the end, I open up the floor for all the single ladies in the room to ask me any questions.
Yeah.
Hoping that he'll get a date.
Right.
Agnes Fontana is this grandmother.
Yeah.
Who she has I wanted to give her just the most tragic life ever.
Oh, okay.
Be the most positive, motivational woman.
Beautiful.
So she has 3 ex-husbands. They all died tragically.
Yeah.
All of her grandkids drank Surge in the 90s, so they can't procreate. I want her to go through everything. She had butt cheek cancer, so they had to cut her butt cheeks off.
Oh my gosh.
All these things, and then at the end she goes, I may not have grandkids, but everybody here is my grandkid.
Yeah.
I'll be your grandmother.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about life, I'll offer you my words of wisdom.
Oh boy.
So for these characters, it's fun to step in to them and just sort of establish, all right, who would this be funny as? Because there's some of my jokes that I have written as a character.
Yeah.
And I go, well, what if I tried that?
Yeah.
There was one I talk about girls on Instagram and how they post revealing photos.
Yeah.
And then they write captions that don't fit their pictures.
Right.
I started telling that joke as me.
Yeah.
And it'll get laughs.
Yeah.
But it got way bigger laughs when I did it as my mom character.
Oh,
Deborah,
interesting.
Because it's like a mom yelling at all of her daughters.
It's a thing.
And all the girls on Instagram.
Right.
And I went, oh, it hits a little harder when it's coming from her.
Right.
And so it's fun getting to write for them and sort of take a break from myself and write in their unique voices. And it's fun when they're already established.
Interesting.
I know how it sounds coming out of their voice.
Yeah.
What their perspective would be on this issue.
Yeah.
And so that's fun for me.
Yeah. It's crazy to me why that would work for your mom character and not for you. Because it's all you, right? I mean, these all come from you.
For sure.
It's just so interesting how dumb audiences are. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't they get it?
Don't they understand?
That's the cool part of the challenge is I remember they talked about it on Seinfeld where the cast was so close and so humble that they were like, oh, you know what? That's probably a better Kramer line.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny if Kramer said that.
Yeah.
And I find myself having to do that.
Yeah.
That's a funnier Tad line.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Well, there is a lot of weight that we place as an audience in perspective.
Yes.
And so for a mom character to criticize daughters, it's a much easier, it's more palatable than some, late 20s guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, all right, this dude's just a judgmental
You're just just because you're single. Leave us alone.
They'd be like, you're woman bashing.
Yeah.
But what's funny is put on a wig, talk like a woman.
Oh.
By the way, I'm still
You just Mrs. Doubtfire everybody.
But how can I get away with that?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean,
but I'm fine with it.
There are so many non-PC jokes that are going through and comments that I want to, but I won't. We can talk about it after I turn off the camera.
Unless you put a wig on.
Yeah.
You put on a big mustache.
Exactly.
And you go with the character. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, this is what it made me think of, because there's a bit that I am trying to work on about transgenders.
Yeah.
And it's such a hot button issue. But the idea is, I am so insecure in my own opinions, and women only listen to other women. Yeah. So I think there might be some men out there getting around mansplaining. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to say that in a way that's not like, you're so bigoted, you know? So I've got to figure out how to do, but that's what you're saying makes me think of, right?
The thing is I think you can talk about any subject, and your joke isn't disrespecting anybody.
It's not trying to.
It's actually a joke on men.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, you are one.
Right.
And I think that is where the comedy lies from. It's not at anybody else's expense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's at the expense of men.
Yeah.
Being like, same old men, just trying to mansplain, you know?
Yeah.
I think that
well, I'll let you. I'm working it out. It did not go over well at the first open mic. So we'll keep trying it. But anyway.
If it's one that you still love, I think in every show you got to throw in one for you.
I just got to figure out how to do it, you know?
There is something there, though, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I hope so. I think so. I think so for sure.
Yeah.
I think all jokes should have some poignant sort of realization moment, right? Like, oh yeah, that's funny, but there might be a kernel of truth. You know, like Dave Chappelle talks about transgenders a lot, gets a lot of flack for it, but in his earlier special, not the one that he just recently did, Sticks and Stones, but in the earlier one, you know, he says people only care about this issue because white men are doing it, mostly, which is totally true, and it's not at the expense of who's participating. It's just a poignant observation that is true to other experiences in life as well, right?
I think that hits with somebody because they're like, that's true, and that makes me mad.
Yeah, yeah. Don't cheapen my experience is sort of, I think, the vibe I get from that community, which is fine. They're entitled to that opinion, but...
What I love is Dave's approach, Bill Burr's approach.
Yeah.
Is, and especially what Dave pointed out in the most recent special was everybody turned to the person in the audience who was transgender.
Right.
Guess who was laughing the hardest?
Right.
And guess who came up to Dave afterwards and said, thank you for telling me this. That was so funny.
Yeah.
I think that is the sign that you have been accepted.
Yeah.
We can talk about you. You can laugh, and we can all.
And we can all. Yeah.
I think it's a more loving atmosphere instead of like.
Yeah.
You're too different for us to even talk about. Let's just not talk
right.
about you or you.
Just to be respectful.
Yeah.
We'll pretend like you don't exist.
Is that respectful? To ignore people?
Yeah.
And not bring them up or anything?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very...
That's coming from two clean comedians.
I mean...
What they're doing is not dirty.
No. I don't think so.
When I watched Dave's special, I was like, he is saying so many truthful things.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a special, too, where he has made it so clear that he's completely joking.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I don't know. I don't know how anybody can forget it.
I don't know either.
But none of us are claiming to be absolute truth tellers.
Yeah, or prophets or whatever. I mean...
No, I hope we're not advertising that.
I mean, I'm trying. But, you know, that's just... that's why we're clean, because you're not accepted by God unless you're clean, right?
We're absolute dirtbags off stage, like all
that's right.
comedians.
Yeah.
But
on stage, we're perfect.
Come on.
We're just likable.
Children's hosts.
That's right. I was going to ask you about persona, because everybody has a persona, whether or not it's an outright character. Yes. So do you feel a little bit protected as you've done more stand-up as Mark in finding a persona that is a little bit exaggerated or, a certain aspect of yourself?
Dude, it has been a difficult thing, and that's been the search, is being
all
right, where's my persona lie? Where's my perspective? Because I know when I turn to certain comedians, I'm like, what's their angle on this?
Right?
And for me, I've had to take different signals from friends, family, just as a comedian trying to listen to what the audience responds to.
Yeah.
And I have noticed throughout my life that I must be really funny when I get angry about stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
Because my brothers have always laughed at me about that. My friends always loved picking on me and getting a rise out of me.
Yeah.
Because I think for the most part, I'm pretty level-headed. My emotions don't really change a lot throughout the day.
Sure.
I'm not dead inside or anything, but
sure.
Not a lot sways me.
Yeah.
And I've noticed when I get angry about something, when I get angry or passionate, I'll say it this way.
Yeah.
When I get passionate about things that don't matter,
yeah,
I think that comes across well. Like passionate about this terrible job, or like
right.
How much I don't fit into my generation.
Sure.
You know, I'm sort of like an old man when it comes to a lot of it, which is hard when you look like a child. And
sure.
So I'm very.
But that adds.
It adds.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that when I am taking a stand over unimportant things, it seems to get a good impact from people.
Yeah.
And when I really get a little crazy, animated, and more physical, that seems to resonate really well with people.
Yeah.
So I think my persona is not being the guy who gets up there and is going to be like, "Did you hear what's on the news today?"
Right.
I'm going to be the guy who's mad that people are ordering vanilla Frosties because there's only one flavor of Frosty, and that's Frosty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're ruining it for all of us.
Everybody.
You need to get out of this country. Like, that's what
Beautiful.
I do. I am a little mad about it.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It comes from a.
You're gonna sick ice everybody on it. Yeah. That's so fun.
More of for me is,
well, it seems to be also what your characters have in common as well, right? I mean, Tad with Oz and Agnes with advice, and it seems like
something that like really drives them and that they're really passionate about.
Yeah.
And if you get in the way, like, they're gonna bite
you better watch. Yeah. Very interesting. Fun. So I want to talk to you about your worst experience in open mic or show, and then your best. But I like starting with the worst.
Oh man.
Just because bad news first, right? And how long have you been doing this?
So I started about 10 years ago, and that's when I did my open mic.
Yeah.
My first open mic was
in Indiana. Oh yeah.
I that first time, it didn't feel terrible, but I know I totally delivered it like a speech.
Oh sure.
I took one deep breath. And I did
Just
3 straight minutes. 3 straight minutes.
No.
My dad.
Yeah.
That's it. And
beautiful.
There were like laughs.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a bomb.
Yeah.
But I didn't breathe, and I didn't
Interesting.
let it breathe whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a terrible experience. It was like exhilarating and fun to get to go through and do this. When I first came out here and I did stand up at the Comedy Store for their open mic. Tried it
at Potluck?
At Potluck.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the first person to go up.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm dressed up as my
You're the guy everybody hates.
I'm the guy everybody hates.
Because you're
I just got here off the bus. I wish it's Potluck. Comedy Store's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. And
oh my gosh.
And I'm dressed up as my character.
Yeah. Everyone really hates you.
They really hate me.
Yeah.
What's this character doing here?
Yeah.
And I am walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
I think I had brought a tripod with a camera. I was trying to set it up, and there was nobody in there.
Of course not. Just comics, right? Just comedians.
And a couple comics walking in.
Yeah.
And before I set my stuff down, they called Cliff Cobblestone up there. I get up there with no audience, and this is my first comedy experience in LA.
Oh my gosh.
Anywhere but LA.
Yeah.
It's filled with actual people.
Yeah.
Talking to chairs.
Yep.
So I did 3 minutes for nobody.
2 chairs.
And his characters.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's ridiculously nervous.
Oh
he
no.
drops cue cards on the ground and has to pick them up.
Oh
and do
no.
terrible marriage jokes.
Yeah.
And relationship humor out of order.
Right.
So like the last cue card I read is
beautiful.
Good evening. I get off stage, and it was extremely weird. And painful.
Yeah.
And that.
Oh, that's
fascinating.
fascinating.
I just wonder if I hadn't done that, if I would have, because it sort of took me away from stand-up for a little.
Is that right? It was that bad.
I dove more into improv and sketch for the next few years, and then several years ago, I came back to stand-up.
Yeah.
Because I was sort of like, okay, this isn't for me.
Oh my gosh.
There was nobody there to judge it off.
Well, and it's so for those who don't know, okay, Comedy Store, famous comedy club, Potluck is their weekly open mic. And 150, 200 comedians go to sign up for 15 spots.
A lot when I was going.
Oh, okay.
Before the
Boom, yeah.
But now it is.
Now it's like 200 people every week.
People get picked, maybe.
Yeah.
So
interesting. And there is this mentality amongst comedians about this hierarchy of who deserves to be there.
Yeah.
And if you're a prop comic, a music comic, or a character comic, you should burn in hell.
Yes.
Like that's unfortunately a mentality that a lot of comedians have.
People being like, we hate impressions too. Like,
impressions are not.
But it's like, dude, Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, these guys.
I think
we love. You go.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think it comes from jealousy, to be honest. It's like, how dare you have a talent outside of original thinking and writing?
Just do something different.
I mean,
Guys
unbelievable.
Guitar, I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. I mean, I have been tempted to take a guitar or a bass and just do one note repeatedly, or two notes while I'm telling jokes. But it's like that would add nothing to my set. So why would I do it?
Then they'd be pissed because
You tried.
Is this like a bass? Is he playing the bass?
What is happening right now? So what brought you back to stand-up then?
What brought me back was I was hosting my own show. I had done shows around here with different improv groups.
Yeah.
And there were so many, just like stand-up shows, where you're like, I can't sit here another night and watch all these people do a free show for each other and not put any effort into promoting it or even doing it once you're on stage. Like, what are we doing here? And I started a show being like, this is how I would do it. No more whining. This is how I would do it. And so I started my own variety show called Mark Sipka's Comedy Review. Like it's going to have my favorite people who do music and stand-up and and magic and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a little bit of everything. And so that was what got me back into creating
hosting
my own
and then
thing and hosting and all
Gotcha.
that stuff. And that was the show where I was coming out and never doing stand-up, just opening with an impression or song.
Yeah.
And so what got me back...
Your parents came and visited. Interesting.
Because I really had, and I think a lot of us do, is even if you're doing stand-up all the time, you go a day or two without it and you're like, am I even a real comedian? And I was not calling myself a comedian. I did not feel comfortable even saying that.
Sure.
And when somebody said, I could watch you do stand-up about your family all day, I was like, did I just do stand-up? And
that's so weird. Yeah.
That launched me back into it. And that
Interesting.
person wasn't trying to blow my mind or anything.
Yeah. They were just paying you rightful compliment.
We talked to a mic, people laughed.
Yeah.
I just define that as stand-up. I don't care what you're doing. That's stand-up comedy.
Yeah, to that person.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it's got to be something close.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that got me back. That's when I was
Interesting.
like, I'm up here as myself, and this feels good.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So what was your best so far? What is one moment you've been really proud of? Maybe other than what got you back into stand-up.
I think what felt...
And other than doing my show.
Other than your show. Everything's been completely...
Well, of course. Yeah, of course.
Honestly, I think the best feeling I've had creating my own work and doing stand-up was doing the special.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that I tackled that felt really big and felt overwhelming at times.
Yeah.
Because almost every step of the process was, I've never done this before.
Right.
I need to figure out how I do it.
Right.
And I just really, really wanted to make it great and different. And so that feeling of taking months to prepare and gather all these stories about my family and create all these jokes and figure out the order and test them out as much as I could, because unlike other specials, we get one shot at this.
Yeah.
And you can't really do just 10 minutes of your family at every show. So I was having to sprinkle stories here and there.
Yeah.
And so what felt great was just getting up there, getting my family on the couch, on the stage, seeing all these supportive friends come out and watch me roast them and fill this theater. It felt amazing. At the end of that night, it was just that feeling. It reminded me of getting done with like a football game. And just being like, I've got nothing left.
Yeah.
I left it all on the field, and it
Yeah.
was great. I was like, I am telling jokes and stories about the people I love most.
Yeah.
For the people that I consider my family in LA.
Right.
And it just felt really great.
Yeah.
That was the most fulfilling I have felt on a stage.
Yeah.
Ever. Like that's.
Yeah.
And I think my next thing is, all right, what am I going to find next that excites me?
Right.
That much.
Right.
Whether it's a new script that I write, or a new special, or a new show.
Yeah.
I want to find something that motivates me enough to put that much time into it.
Right. Right. Well, I hope you find it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. You have to check out the special. It's on Amazon Prime, right? You have to be wealthy.
For the poor people,
Yeah.
Just have regular old Amazon.
Yeah, you can purchase it, right?
You can rent it for 99 cents.
Oh, there you go.
In standard definition.
A dollar? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's a bargain.
It's a good deal.
That's great. All right, now I want to talk to you a little bit about religion.
All right.
So,
comedy.
But often, I don't know, I shouldn't reveal this, I guess, but the way I usually do this is by asking someone, why stand up? Why do you feel drawn to stand up? And I've found that there's usually some sort of, higher power relation or connection with others that leads into some more spirituality. But so what's your religious background like? And then maybe we'll end with the question of why you feel so drawn to do stand up.
I like that.
Yeah.
So for me, I grew up in a Christian home with parents who were dedicated Christians.
Yeah. What branch of Christianity?
Protestant.
Okay.
And we went to a church that was the Church of God. So
okay.
It's sort of a non-denominational. I think their thing is it's not a domination, it's a movement.
Oh.
Like, all right. There we go.
Okay.
But it very much felt like it was a non-denominational church.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things like church wasn't a part of our lives.
Uh-huh.
Christianity wasn't a part of our lives. It's like this is what defines you. They never pushed anything on us, which I think is, I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a parent, but I think whether it's religion or to do sports or to pursue a certain career, that's got to be hard for a parent to not push it on to kids.
Yeah.
But they were just great examples of Christians. And I saw...
So, like, you always wanted to go to church?
I mean, of course, as a kid, there's times where...
Because I guess for me, that's what I think. Like, at some level, I'm pushing my kids to go to church with me.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, you're never going to be like, hey, you're 4 years old. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Let's go get Cocoa Puffs. That'll be great.
I'd like diabetes right now.
But that's different than being 21, and being like, no, we are going to church, Mark.
Yes.
So,
like, why am I still living here? And I always, I did like going because there was great things for kids there. I made great friends there. And I just saw my parents, they were involved. They would teach Sunday school classes. Eventually, my dad was one of my Sunday school teachers.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
My mom was very involved in our church has a gym that is open to the community and does a bunch of free exercise classes.
Oh, sure.
After school kids programs.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's for the community and for the church. So I saw two people that were very involved and a part of this, and I saw them be so loving to other people, and I saw them be that back to them. And I made friends, and those friends became like family, and their parents became like second parents to me. Yeah. And it really was just a terrific environment for a kid to grow up in. Yeah. Because I don't know, it was just a huge part of my life. And seeing my family be all on board, it wasn't like, oh, it's Easter, so now we go to church. It's Christmas, so now we go to church. Right. And I remember making the choice to become a Christian when I was in third grade. Interesting. It was never like, hey, you're born into this. Yeah. Christian. Yeah. So that's how some people view it. Sure. But I made that decision, and I just remember my parents being like, we got to celebrate. Where do you want to go? Oh, that's sweet. We got to go to KFC. So always associated Colonel Sanders with Jesus. Obviously Christ. Yeah, of course. I wish communion was fried chicken and those biscuits with some... Come on. There'd be too many people. You'd have to perform a miracle every week to feed everybody. Heaven would have to seriously widen the doors. Seriously.
Yeah. No. When we're resurrected, no one is going to have diabetes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on a joke about no fat people being in heaven because their bodies will have been perfected.
I love that.
But I don't know if that's offensive to fat people.
No fatties.
No, it'll be full of people with really positive attitudes who are now hot, It'll be the best place ever.
I love that.
So what are the tenets? I'm curious about this like non-denominational sort of feel to religion. Yeah. So what are the tenets to the faith that you follow? Does everybody sort of have a different idea of, I guess, I don't know. This seems to be true for every religion, that there's a little bit of personal interpretation that goes into it.
Yes.
So is there more so in a non-denominational church, did you feel, or
what I enjoyed
not?
Was there was people there that came there from the Catholic Church,
yeah,
and there were Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran, all that. And when it came down to it, it was like, is it really worth disagreeing over a ritual that's performed?
Right.
Or is
how we baptize? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Like,
interesting.
On a baby, that thing's not getting into heaven.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's so interesting.
This isn't biblical.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, I go, would Jesus care about this? And obviously, I can't think or speak for him.
Sure.
But man, I don't think he would want us to be fighting about these little things.
Right.
To the point where we feel like we got to build separate buildings.
Right.
To the point where there's just going to be one of us in each of them. If we honestly have to all agree on everything.
Right.
So
right.
I never thought, I'm in this church right now with all these people because we agree on everything.
Right.
And I liked that. That's very much a family.
Yeah.
I love my family. We disagree on a lot of things.
Sure.
And so I viewed that church that same way. And so
right. Interesting.
We would, you love your pastor, you love this, you love that, but it doesn't mean like you go there and you sit there in the pew as a critic and be like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I think some people do that to the point where they go,
yeah, I'm not coming
back.
Yeah.
And
right.
That just wasn't the case.
Yeah.
It's like, this is our home. We're investing in this. And I just saw the benefit of, this is what happens when you put roots down.
Right.
And when you are consistently attending.
Right.
That's the religious part of it. I always think it's funny when people are like, are you religious?
Yeah.
And I go, we all are. I'm a religious burger eater.
Right.
That's the good religious part. Is religiously attending. I know for some people they go, I'll go whenever.
Right.
It's convenient, whatever. And it's not like, hey, you can't miss a Sunday or whatever.
Right.
But there's so many benefits with anything.
Yeah.
To regularly diving into this, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a career, whether it is a new skill you're trying to develop.
Sure.
If you're not approaching it religiously, in a routine, in a regular dedication, you will get
only so far, right?
Only so far.
Yeah.
And so.
Or you get out of it what you put in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so circling back to what you were saying, like what are some of the tenets? What are some of the things that I grew up believing? I think it was neat seeing my church that I know in some they go, women aren't allowed to lead or preach or speak or be involved. And for us, it was everybody. I saw all different ages. I saw Sundays where kids would lead worship. Where somebody would go up there, they'd sing a song. Somebody would go up there and do a dance. And not every single thing is going to hit with
move you. Yeah.
Sometimes my dad would turn to me and be like, I don't understand the dance. But he wasn't like, let's get out of here because dancing is sinful.
Right.
It was neat because you go, hey, even if I'm not getting something out of this necessarily, there's somebody here who it's really connecting with.
Even if it's just that guy.
It was just that guy.
The one dancing.
So
Interesting.
It was very much I don't know, like you follow the Bible, you listen to this to what's in here, and I know for me and for a lot of Christians, I don't believe that it is like a perfect book. I don't know that this is perfect because people are imperfect.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes it feels like a game of telephone. Like
right.
In the Gospels, you go, you guys are all here.
Yep.
You're leaving something out. You're adding something. You got something. Not saying anything's lies or false. Or
sure.
whatever.
Sure.
But if it involves humans, it's flawed.
Right.
And humans wrote it, and so whenever people are like, you got to follow everything to a T, and I'd be like, well, if you follow things to T,
which part?
You got to start stoning family members.
Right.
You got to start cutting off limbs.
Well, it depends on which point in the book. Old Testament, New Testament, later New Testament, right? Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
and
overall at church, there was never like this entire church believes this.
So
when I grew up with it, it never felt like my church believes this, so that's that.
That's it, right?
So I appreciated that. It never felt like
it was more just love, acceptance, and we all believe Jesus saved us, right? Like,
we believe the most important thing. We're all here in agreement of that.
Right.
So it wasn't this wasted time of fighting over these things.
Right.
But there was great discussions that you could have. It wasn't like we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It was, let's talk about this in a Bible study in a small group.
Right. So was there priesthood or,
No, it was just pastor. So there was a pastor, worship pastor.
But I mean, did you believe he had the priesthood or the power of God or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
I believe this was a guy who went to
some divinity school.
Got his degree.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
I never viewed these guys as having any special.
More
special power or anything like that.
Historical context to.
This was a guy who studied the Bible.
Right.
A lot,
Interesting.
Went to school for it, and this is somebody who is preaching a message that is prepared for us. Based on a Bible story, and so usually they would have a passage or a theme. Maybe we would do weeks of that. Like, all right, this one is like I went to a church recently. This is the 7 deadly sins. We're going to cover a new one.
Here we go. Every week. Yeah. Right.
So there was always a different way of doing it, and then sometimes they would tell stories that were from their own lives that related to it.
Right.
And weave them together.
Sure.
And so that was sort of
interesting. Yeah. So you found a good church out here that fits for you?
I have gone to a few different churches out here.
Yeah.
Right now, I am searching with my fiance. We're both looking for a great new church home.
Yeah.
And it's.
I tell you, I got a good one, but you're gonna have to believe what we all believe.
Man, I'll tell you what. The beginning of that sentence is way more exciting than the second half. But you're gonna have to change everything about how you work.
I love it.
Like this.
I love it. But you might learn to love it.
we're on the search right now.
Gotcha.
I've done it on my own.
Yeah.
And it can be tough.
Yeah.
Because you really sort of go, what am I looking for?
Well, there's proximity that you have to think about.
Yes.
Parking.
Yes.
In LA in particular.
It's true. It's honestly a thing. And I've noticed without here, I do love how you can walk through any of these doors and it is almost unpredictable what's going on.
Sure.
It's interesting.
Sure.
I've noticed out here as I've searched different churches, any building almost, other than a couple that I've gone to, any building that looks like a church is almost completely empty on a Sunday.
Interesting.
Any elementary school or nightclub or
is that right?
Like a church is absolutely filled on a Sunday.
Interesting.
And it's very, very weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the look of a church building. I wonder if it is just these churches that are trying to hold on until everybody's gone. But I went, what is going on that makes us not able to meet? Because these churches are close together.
Yeah.
Why can't we
go to a church?
Is it all the small stuff?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it that makes us have to rent out an elementary school on a Sunday instead of just meeting in church?
Right.
Not that the building is that important, but
no, but as far as what it's used for, yeah. This belongs.
I'm looking.
Interesting.
We found some great ones.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that we have a town that you really can find
whatever you want.
Yeah. And churches are all over the place, and there are new ones that have started just in my 7 years.
Yeah. Well, that phenomenon you're talking about of people not going to church on a Sunday, at least in a traditional church building, is a big reason actually why I wanted to do this podcast, because I feel like there's this huge movement, at least in our generation in particular, away from organized religion, this denominational thing where it's like, oh no, you have to conform to this idea of God or divinity. Right. And so I'm trying to figure that out. Why move away from that? And I find it interesting.
I think there's something going on with our generation that is, there is a fast food mentality. Mm-hmm. We want it all shipped to our door. We want it all really quick.
But only the parts that we want.
Only the parts that we want, too.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, think about it. We only subscribe to things we want.
I know. This is amazing.
Whatever it is. There's beautiful and amazing about it.
Right.
At the same time, when we are cutting out a lot of the effort, I think what we are getting is really sad and really lonely, and we are so separate from each other.
Yeah.
And when we don't put down those roots, we don't have any community.
Right.
You don't have friends that really know you, and you don't have those deep connections.
Right.
And people that will check in on you, keep you accountable. Those ones that will really love you. Those ones that will feel like family.
Right.
And that's in LA, and that's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've noticed so many times people are like, "There's so many people here, but I feel so lonely."
Yeah.
And I always go, "Are you leaving the house?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Do you go outside?
Are you going? And
Yeah.
Are you investing
Right.
in any group? Not even a certain religious group or a church. Are you making an effort to invest in other people?
Yeah.
Because I know our generation goes, oh, well, you know what? They live stream it. I'll watch it at home. And I went, I'm not going to church for a sermon and some songs. Frankly,
Right.
I don't like this music.
Right.
And if I want a good talk, I'll listen to a TED Talk. I'll
Yeah.
watch a stand-up special.
Sure.
I want to go in here. I want to
Meet some people.
Team meeting. That's what I want.
Figure out
team meeting.
how we're gonna make it.
Hey, we're on the same page here. Hey, guess what? There's other Christians my age. Oh, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's other friends that, because it's not like you're just meeting up with a group that likes hiking or a group that likes karaoke.
Right.
There's other people that go, hey, this defines who I am. Too,
Right.
And it defines the decisions I make.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. On a very profound level, right? I mean,
very profound.
This is how I view family. This is how I view individuality. This is how
And I think just, especially in a big city, especially our age, just having somebody else out here who goes, hey, I totally get you. I get you. You're not crazy.
Right.
Maybe we both are.
Maybe, but who cares?
We need that. We need that as humans.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us aren't willing to do the religious part.
Right.
That our word has been so terribly used.
Did you switch what we're talking about?
Did I switch?
You just said R word. I wasn't sure.
Religious is the R word, by the way, in case you forgot. The R word's religious.
They're related, maybe.
Because people are like, oh, I just don't want to get into religion. And
I
get it.
Yeah. But then they join a different religion where,
For sure.
who knows what it is they're doing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I knew we were drawn to each other. I knew it. I knew it from the moment I saw you at the Ice House. Why stand up? Why stand up? Do you feel like you have to do it?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
It's, I think just comedy and making people laugh in general, whether it's on screen or on stage.
Yeah.
I feel that it is a need because I feel like it is a service. I feel like it's you've got these ideas. You've got these things in your head. You've got these desires. You have to share them.
Yeah. But why? Why do you have to share them, Mark? Why can't you just keep them to yourself?
Because it's you don't get that Christmas gift on the morning of
without writing Santa.
I'll open it later. I'm sure this is great. I'll open it later. It's
sure.
Selfish. It's selfish to not share it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not fair because you have this thing and you're not using it, and it's and people need it. People have driven. I always at my shows felt the need to thank people. I was like, you drove here. You drove here. I know how far.
You paid.
I know how hard it is to park here.
Yeah.
You paid money.
Yeah.
You had probably, I'd say, you treat them all like they had the worst day ever.
Right.
And I very much want to live and perform with the Patch Adams mentality. This is sort of a comedy hospital in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know what happened to you. But in here, we're safe.
Right.
I don't know what's going on in the world and in the news. But for the next couple hours, let's make our own rules.
Yeah.
You're in good hands.
Yeah.
I want you to feel better.
Yeah.
And I want you to feel better when you leave.
Right.
You did when you came in.
Yeah.
And I feel like it very much does come from my upbringing and from my faith, in that I want people to feel really loved, and I want them to feel really important.
Yeah.
And I also think there's something really cool about comedy because it is so powerful.
Yeah.
It can powerfully divide us.
Yeah.
But how easy is it to tell somebody how different we are? Anybody can say that.
Right.
Can you make a group of strangers all agree that one thing is funny?
Right.
One thing is true?
Right.
That's really powerful. And that's really cool when everybody can unite together in a room like that. And there's just nothing like that feeling.
Yeah.
And I grew up having that when I was watching funny movies with my family. We would all be laughing, from me to my grandpa. And I go, there's something going on here that's special. And I feel great. We all feel great. And it's bringing us together. And, you quote the lines later and you laugh about it. And I just know that it is something that needs to be used. Yeah. And I want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you sort of go, I mean, it's not like I'm, saving people. It's not like I'm curing
You're
anything.
healing them. You are healing them.
I've heard what's neat is whenever, somebody says like, hey, I had a really tough day.
Yeah.
I came to this show and I'm so glad I did. Or I had a terrible day at work. I got fired or something happened to my family. And I watched your videos for an hour. Yeah. Because when you make them, you're like, this is probably pretty stupid. And it is.
Sure.
But I think seeing somebody pretty much be a child, be a kid, and never lose that inner child reminds other people like, oh, I still have that.
Right.
And when you can bring that out of people, it's a great feeling to experience. Because I think we all want that. And that's why I connected so much with Robin Williams and Jim Carrey.
Right.
Because they both never grew up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, and I don't think I ever will. And
Yeah.
I think I want to keep publicly never growing up.
Right.
And
interesting.
Letting people enjoy that and hopefully make them feel better.
And
that's definitely what I want to do forever.
Beautiful. Well, I love it.
Thanks.
Now, why clean? Why do you work clean?
It honestly it's my authentic voice.
Yeah.
I'm not writing clean. I think
interesting.
It's how I talk in real life.
Right.
And I think if I were to get up there and swear and tell dirty jokes, it would so clearly be an act.
It would be the wrong character.
It would be completely wrong.
Right.
Completely
Interesting.
Out of this character.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of comedians, we watch each other, and of course you're going to be influenced by each other.
Yeah.
You can't be in the same room and not be impacted in some way.
Right.
I think a lot of comedians,
unless you're a sociopath.
Of course.
Right. Unless you just don't.
I feel nothing. But
yeah.
It's how I talk. It's how my mind thinks, and it's just what I've always written that way, and it's something that I want to keep doing because there's something cool, and I've been reminded of it in different ways. Mm-hmm. Like my cousin sent me a video of her kids watching my videos and impersonating me.
Interesting.
And when I've gone back home for family get-togethers, they tell me my jokes.
That's
and
funny.
They do my characters.
That's
and
funny.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can look me up, and your kids can watch it.
Yeah.
And your grandma can watch it, and your mom and dad can watch it. That's really neat. And
do you ever have to be like, that's not how I said it?
Oh, like you're butchering it.
Yeah.
You're 4,
come on
like,
now.
Seriously, can you learn how to pronounce an R? Would it kill you? I love it.
That's so
so
sweet.
Because I did that when I was a kid.
Sure.
And I want everybody to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to just do generic, bland comedy that just doesn't make anybody think at all. But I definitely do a comedy that allows you to clock out and go step into this world.
Right.
And I like getting to do that.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
And it really feels like me. It feels authentic, and I still talk about different things that maybe not everybody's gonna love.
Sure.
Laugh at. Some people might feel like it goes too far, which is goofy.
Yeah.
But it just feels right, and
yeah.
so I think every comedian should be constantly seeking out their authentic voice. Like,
yeah.
Some of my favorite comedians are so dirty.
Yeah.
But you know what I love is it's them.
Right.
And I don't want them to clean it up. I think everybody can be funny clean.
Yeah.
But for me, what I like too is
interesting.
I don't change my act for really anybody. Sometimes the only thing I'll do is I'll go, oh, there's older people in the crowd. I think I'll do a Billie Holiday impression.
Yeah.
They were here when she was alive. But I don't clean it up.
Yeah.
It's ready for TV. It's ready for a family. It's ready for, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fun because I like that I don't. People might think, oh, you're editing yourself. I never have to edit myself.
Yeah.
My punchlines don't have to change.
Yeah.
They're funny as they are. Obviously, we're always editing them.
Sure. I mean,
for quality,
little things.
Enhance the laughs.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I just want to keep sticking with, and I feel like more so than clean, I want to make a timeless comedy for myself.
Yeah.
I want them, and I want original stuff because I've noticed just topical stuff.
Right. Well, it's topical. It goes and it
have to explain it. I want people to be able to step in and go, "Oh, that's always funny."
Right.
And that's hard to do, but I want to do that on stage, and I want to do that in the videos that I make too, and try and keep them as timeless as you can, so that people can watch them years later and be like, "That's still funny." I mean, it's a family.
Yeah.
Like, it was really neat watching people send me videos and photos of them watching the special with their families.
Right.
That felt really good and reassuring, being like, all right, keep doing it this way.
Yeah. I think you're for sure onto something.
Thanks, man.
And your goal of just unifying everybody through humor is a beautiful one. It's excellent.
Thanks, man.
Tell people where they can find you. Pull your plugs. What do you got coming up?
All right, folks. You guys, if you want to find just everything in a central location, it is marksipka.com. I'm also on Instagram. I like posting goofy videos all the time. Each week, it's at Mark Sipka. Also, if you want to see the stand-up special on Amazon, it's just called Mark Sipka, My Special Family Special. And if you like it, please leave a review. If you don't feel the need to. Or lie. Come on, you have the account. Would it kill you to leave a 5-star review?
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez. But that's where you guys can find me.
Do a guy solid. Just give him 5.
Just give me
you know?
5. Come on.
Mark, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.